Finally found my controller. It was underneath my desk. Everyone know that because it's been so long since we've done this, things were out of place. We have decided to continue this series, and by we, I mean Connor was like, "You want to continue it?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "But what if we continued it?" And I went, "All right, fine."
I'm pretty sure I offered multiple times. If you wanted to stop playing it, we could move on to something else.
What would we even do? All right, so I'm in chapter 5.1 again. I need to know where to go, Connor. Tell me what the guide says about chapter 5-1.
Okay, are we in, or is the next one Wart Bay? What do you have?
I've got Wart Bay's redded out. I've got Pioneer Town, Sorbo, and Torog Mountains.
I think you got to go to Wart Bay, no?
Well,
oh no, okay.
red,
Torog Mountains is next, according after Wart Bay. So
okay,
yeah, I'll go there on the guide.
See, audience, I'm clearly outlining where I am and what's available, and even now, Connor's still like, "No, that's wrong. You have to go to Wart Bay," and I'm like, "But I can't." Oh, is this the bridge battle where I have to blow up the bridge behind me? All right. Okay. Ha ha ha. Ash Lambert. This'll blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, meh 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 meh. No meh meh meh. Meh 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 meh. Ah meh meh meh. Me 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 me. Yeah. Me 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 me. Yeah, me 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 me. No, me 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 me. Me me me.
You know, damn,
yes, Connor. What do you have to say about that?
George Lucas would say that dialogue is less of a it's less about what's being said and more like the sounds you make, which I think you just perfectly exemplified. Right? Maybe you're George Lucas.
Yeah, okay. That's a deep insult.
Oh, what? I mean, he made Star Wars. I mean,
yeah. Have you heard his plan for the sequel trilogy?
I have. You mean the you mean the one that
7, 8, and 9? He has said on the record that if he had released it, it would not have been about what it was about. It would have been about the midi-chlorians. It would have been about the Force on a microscopic level, hanging out with Force creatures that determine the fate of the universe, Osmosis Jones style.
I mean, I'll take that over what we got.
Will it? Would you though? Would you? Yeah. I'm gonna be frank with you. That sounds hella fucking stupid. I'm sorry, Connor.
I'm not gonna say I love it, but
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Like what we got was, you know, like I have no ideas. Let me just repeat the same thing over and then make it worse.
No, yeah, it was definitely worse. It wasn't repeating the same ideas. It was definitely worse. There was literally just like these Knights of Ren dude who were gonna turn out to be awesome, and they each had an individual story and weapon, and we never learned anything about them. And one of them dies twice apparently in the movies. They kill him and then they kill him again in a later scene in 9. There's 6 Knights of Ren and they end up killing 7 or something like that. They just, they just shot a bunch of choreography and then editing tied it all together in a way that didn't really make sense.
Yeah.
I guess
that happens a lot with modern movies. It's a big
visual garbage, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite artists designed the guards that are behind, I think, Emperor Palpatine in this. I mean, spoiler alert, in the second one. And those guys look awesome. And then and that scene looks awesome. Like in general, like there's a lot of great visual design.
When you say second one, do you mean
the second of the sequels? So I guess that's no. I don't know. It's like the one with the Jedi
8?
in the title.
Number 8?
Yeah, 8.
Okay.
I can never really keep it.
Are these guys just gonna straight up kill somebody before I ever get a chance to act? It's Dolan, of course it is. This guy's he's like if we had a Worf character, except Worf would be bad rather than good. That's where you just have a big guy who gets instantly defeated by the boss to show you how strong the boss is. Oh no, they defeated the Thing. Oh no, they defeated Worf. Oh no, they beat up Chewbacca. That happens more in the comics. Chewbacca gets beat a lot. That's how you know that somebody's bad, is they beat up the big guy on your team.
Right.
This should be a hard hit.
Yeah.
Not hard enough. Not hard enough.
Well, he's low level. You got one hit, gave him 33 experience, so.
Alright, let's get the magic casters up here.
There's a lot of air guys. That makes me afraid.
Afraid of what? R.L. Stein's afraid of the dark. Goosebumps. You seem like an Animorphs kid.
I did read them, yeah.
Yeah, you seem like an Animorphs kid for sure. I feel like a lot of artists got into like pseudo furry shit through Animorphs.
I mean, I didn't. I just read the books and I enjoyed them, and I eventually, after 4 or 5 of them, I stopped reading them. But
4 or 5, I read the whole series. There were a lot of books. There's like 50 or 60 books.
I definitely didn't read 50 or 60. I read.
Yeah, they got worse over time, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I like the guy who turned into a hawk or something. And
yeah, Tobias, and then he got stuck as a hawk, and then he had an option of not being a hawk, and was like, you know what?
Fuck it.
I don't like holding a job. I really would like to hang out with Rachel, my kind of girlfriend, but I'm a hawk, so she can't really love me. In the way that teenagers angst to, we can't kiss or hug.
Right.
And then he's like, but actually, I'm just going to decide to become a hawk again, and then stay a hawk forever. I think he was also secretly the son of the alien prince, the Andalite prince, or some. Oh my god. Bro, things got so weird.
I'm surprised you remember all the plot. I didn't even remember his name, but I do remember just like the descriptions of being the hawk were pretty cool.
You don't know Sklorch?
No, I don't.
That's a Dimension 20 reference. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So we're not even talking about the same universe anymore.
Yeah. It's, they introduce a new character out of nowhere and pretend that everyone's known him for a while. And so one of the players goes, wait, you mean you don't know Sklorch? And everyone goes, Sklorch! It's like when Squeam gets introduced. The exact same premise. He's like, all right, so you meet Squeam, who you've known for a very long time, and they're all comedians, so rather than question it, one of them just goes, Squeam! And everyone's like, oh man, Squeam. We love Squeam. I could never have that with a group, For one thing, I don't play with professional comedians, but for another thing, could you imagine getting a group of people who aren't into improv or aren't that good at improv to, like, on the spot all collectively agree psychically with absolutely no verbal communication that you're all going to buy into this bit?
Sure, yeah.
Wow. She's going down this round. That was a hard hit.
Well, she's a monk, which puts her, I think, in the melee fighter category, and yeah, that's an airman, so he's gonna.
No, she's a priest.
Oh, so it's even less likely. I thought she was a ninja.
I mean,
she a bishop?
She's the super whatever. Does she not really have a long range attack? He's so slow here. What is going on? Only moving 3 spaces? That's crazy.
definitely kill one of them.
Trying to set it up so I can kill 2 of them, but I can't get an angle.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Wait, is that in line?
No. Down here.
Well, same with I think Kira. She was off by 1 also.
Dude, uphill like
man. I could have told you the strategy, but I think it's too late.
Done this fight before. Probably gonna lose a bunch of people, and then still end up killing what's his name.
True. The best of all possibilities.
Wow, that really sucked.
Yep.
Well,
the game's coming back from 1997 and saying "F you."
how about that Euden Chronicles constantly sending out announcements about how their last announcement was wrong or needs to be updated?
I don't read them.
They do not have their shit together, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, the game's coming out soon. Isn't that sufficient?
Do you think it's sufficient?
Yeah, I'm like a very low maintenance kind of gamer. A lot of gamers.
Oh, so you're saying I'm high maintenance then? That's what you're saying.
No, I think a person could be mid maintenance or expect.
So you're saying I'm mid.
Have normal expectations.
ConorHughes said I was mid.
Yeah.
Deeply insulting.
I mean, I think it's coming out soon, though. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming out this year that.
Power World's here, brother.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. From what I saw last week, and then a friend of mine's have been playing them, and a few friends of mine have been playing that game, and like from what I've seen from there, it's not really my cup of tea, but yeah, a lot of people
It's definitely not for everybody, but it's sold 10 million copies and is the second game on Steam to break over 2 million concurrent users.
Right. Yeah, no, I think at a certain point, like, it just becomes a meme. Like
it's not a meme, right? Though. You need to understand it's not a meme. It's $26.99. It's cheap, and it's exactly what people want. Oh, this is gonna hurt really bad.
Yeah. People want cute Pokemon game with guns.
I mean, it's more than that, though. Pokemon has barely innovated its formula in 10 years. You're just getting the same game over and over again for an increasingly larger price. Power World is not like Pokemon. It has its own... It's closer to Arc, Survival Evolved, but it definitely has its own flavoring and uniqueness that makes it super interesting. All the pals have a use in your base. Like, they have a purpose. There's no reason to just like throw one out or evolve one because it'll always have a place in your heart. It'll always have a place in your heart. Hold on. I bet you I can. No, I can't get behind.
I suppose what I mean by the meme is that, like, I don't mean derogatorily. I mean,
he does mean it derogatorily, but that's okay, guys. He's definitely not the first person in my audience to talk shit about Power, and it's fine.
I have seen the Discord. Yeah, people are talking stuff. No, I mean I just mean when everyone starts hearing about it and how sensational it is, people just go and buy it, and it becomes a phenomenon of itself. It's kind of like maybe something similar. It vaguely might be like how Barbie Heimer happened. Like people sort of like.
You mean it went viral?
Yes, it became viral. Yeah, I guess that is the term. So, yeah, I mean, Power World became viral. Yeah.
Okay, now that is open, so she can spam phase shift. Yeah, my old man prayers. God help us. I'm anime.
I haven't had a chance to watch the new Warhammer Imperium Maledictum, but I'm looking forward to it.
That's me making the tongue clicking noise that Indonesian moms make when someone disappoints them.
Yeah. Okay.
It's only 2.5 hours, Connor. What's holding you up? I make this beautiful show with 2 commercial breaks inside, and I mean commercial breaks. I put commercials into the in-between parts between hours.
I did like them in the first episode. Those were good.
No. These are new. This is a totally different thing I haven't done before.
Okay, I thought the first one had like I know the introduction was like, oh, you're not allowed to share a list, that kind of thing. And that was all in universe. And I assume these commercials are also going to be in universe.
They're definitely something, Connor. They're definitely something.
Looking forward to it. Is that so? I mean, I guess I don't know if you want. If you
I wouldn't have called that.
reveal-
I understand what you're saying now. I would not have called that a commercial, but yes, it is an aside that I do.
Yeah.
I would have called it.
Is that a voice? Is that like someone records that for you?
Grimdark James used 11 Labs AI to do it.
Okay, cool.
I was pretty hesitant to use artificial intelligence, but according to the 11 Labs website, it is not any particular person's voice, and it was trained using open sources, so that's about as good as I'm gonna get in terms of reassurances that I'm not screwing somebody over or doing something that will one day be found to be illegal. I mean, who knows how anything's going to turn out anymore.
Yeah, I mean, AI is definitely insane. Like,
I mean,
it's going to change a lot of things.
Now that the Taylor Swift videos are out, Congress is saying they're going to legislate it. The Taylor Swift deepfake revenges.
I don't know what that is.
People are generating pornographic content of Taylor Swift. Do you not know who that is?
I do.
Just making sure you know who T Swift is.
Yeah, Swifties.
You may not be a Swiftie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a Swiftie, but I've been listening to Taylor Swift since the beginning, and I like a lot of her older stuff. Not so much. Oh my God! I put this guy in the back specifically so he wouldn't be attacked.
You thought.
Loser. I mean, as long as they're shooting at him, they're not shooting at someone useful.
True.
I also remembered this fight being kind of brutal anyway. Oh, Ash is almost dead. He could very well absolutely just get crushed here.
Yeah, this is a rough one. But I feel like they've been making like deep fake stuff for a long time. I don't see what.
Yeah, but people really love Taylor Swift. So if you mess with that. Also, Taylor Swift is litigious as fuck.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's gonna destroy these people with a court of law.
Well, she has the means to do so. She's got the funds to hire the army of lawyers to do it, and she just has to be like, "Okay, let's do this," and then and then it basically happens, right? It doesn't really cost her much in the grand scope of her wealth, I'm sure. Nice, one shot that priest. 45 experience.
Connor's shocked. He's like he's the anime character that explains the battle to everybody else who doesn't understand it. He's like, that's right. He just played the reverse card. And everyone's like, What does that mean? And Connor's like, adjust my glasses. The reverse card is something you play when you have an opportunity to reverse the order of what's happening, or play it as a counter. If someone plays a card on you, you can play the Uno reverse card and reverse it back onto them. It's a bold strategy, rarely seen in professional matches. I wonder how the hero's gonna deal with this one. I'm just saying, the game could use a character that talks and acts exactly like this.
Yeah. I'm trying to reference a line from your favorite, like I guess like TikTok video guy. What's his name?
My favorite?
Yeah. No, I'm totally messing this up. I can't even do the quote, and then I can't even remember the guy's name. But Provo. He'll make a video where it's like that but magic, and it's.
Oh, you mean ProZD?
ProZD.
Yes, he had the skit I just put on for you is literally from his tic-tac-toe video.
Yeah, exactly.
Where he explains
reference the dairy farmer one.
When the cows play. Hold on, let me go get this video for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Not the cow one. I'm gonna get you the other one.
The dairy farm?
No, if Uno was an anime.
Oh, if Uno was okay, yeah.
So someone made a anime out of it. It was a ProZD skit that then got turned into
really
an actual anime. Yes,
he is great. I love his skits. Thank you.
All right, but hold on. I'm gonna get you tic-tac-toe as well. These are all so good. And you know what? As long as I'm doing this, I'm gonna get you the other one. Instead of playing this game that the audience is here to watch us do, I'm just sending videos to Connor for him to watch instead of watching me play the game. Perfect. Here you go. These are some of the top 3 ProZD contents, by the way, just straight up. ProZD Sears, ProZD Uno, and ProZD Tic-Tac-Toe.
Well, where's King Dragon?
King Dragon is good, but it's part of a series. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just watch one King Dragon video. You have to understand why King Dragon is sending his regards.
Oh, man.
King Dragon sends his regards. Time for the egg gameplay. It's the vehicle section. You know that ProZD is the voice actor for Senshi the Dwarf in Netflix's Delicious in Dungeon cover. I've been waiting for this manga to get turned into an anime for so long, and Netflix is actually doing a good job. I'm shocked.
Is it out?
Yeah. They're releasing it weekly, but yeah, it's really good. Delicious in Dungeon was fantastic. It's completely done with. It's over. We don't have to worry about the ending being stupid because it's already ended. I love cooking, and it is an anime about... I mean, you already know what it is because you played in a game inspired by it. The players need to cook food made out of monsters in order to advance through the dungeon because they don't have any supply lines, and they have to get to the bottom to save. Doesn't sound familiar because we literally did a D&D game inspired by it.
Yep. That was a good time.
The French Lofalo. And I'll never forget that amazing moment when I described a monster that you knew was very strong, and then described how its skeleton was outside of a cave, and you went, we should go into that cave.
Yeah.
And ever since I told Cotton, so Cotton was like, yeah, we should go in too. And now since I've told Cotton that, now whenever she sees something like that, she's like, no, wait, I know this one. Arthur warned us. Don't go in there.
Don't go in there.
That's the problem with sandbox content, you know? Like, some people think if you describe something, it means that you absolutely have to go see it, and some people see death and they go, this is bad. This is real bad.
Yeah, I chalk it up to me probably having video game brain, and I'm used to just the video game logic of if there is content here, I am meant to experience it, which is the opposite of what real life is like, and or you know, a D&D game.
Well. ConorHughes, he got that video game brain. Heard it here first. Got his brain on his money and his money on his video games. Alright, so if I shoot from here, I should get support from Ash. Well, never mind. I guess he'll just perfectly block it, like a jackass. So let's do it again. We don't listen to our parents. We stay up past 10. Head over to the GameStop. Yeah, that's straight. Got my 10% off coupon with me just in case. What's here? Oh yeah, can't believe my eyes. Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
What have I walked into?
It's such an old YouTube video called The Legend of Zelda Rap. And it is a description it's a bunch of teens doing I want to be clear, this is very old. It's like 15, 16 years old, the beginning of YouTube, when anybody could put a rap on the internet that was even slightly bad or like totally bad, and it would become a #1 video. It is literally a bunch of teenagers rapping about the time they went to go buy Ocarina of Time from GameStop.
Good memory. Wholesome.
It's, the video is so good. It just makes tons of references to Ocarina of Time. That's my favorite part about the new Zelda timeline, is that for the longest time, there were 3 separate Zelda timelines where, depending on which game you were in and whether or not Link died at the end of it, you would end up in a different timeline. So there were 3 major branches, and then now they're just like, okay, so at the end of all of those branches is Tears of the Kingdom, and people are like, how can all 3 timelines converge into one? And they're like, enough time passed that they're all just one now. And someone's like, that's not how it works, and I'm just like, I don't care, I just really like Breath of the Wild, and I like Tears of the Kingdom, and I have to beat them one day. But I'll be honest, I think in my brain I've accepted that I only play my Switch on vacation. And so, when I was on my last vacation in November, I fucking beat Breath of the Wild and got the Master Sword before getting any of the temple bosses in Tears of the Kingdom. Mm-hmm. And that was it. Like, I blew through both games super fast, and now that's it. Like, I have to wait for my next vacation, which could be years. No way to farm more people for XP. I'd have to wait a turn. I think instead of doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and kill Kurtz.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
End this madness. Yeah. Meh. Meh, 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 meh. It's so sad. This other survival game called Enshrouded released at the same time as Palworld and has been completely eclipsed. It costs almost twice as much. It's like a high definition version of Valheim. It looks good. I don't know how it plays, but it looks good. But it has been, no one's talking about it because everyone's talking about Palworld.
Yeah, I was looking at Enshrouded this morning, just kind of like on YouTube.
I'm watching someone play it right now. They're setting up a base, but looks good. Let's save again. Let's save again. No mistakes this time.
I think I'm waiting for these kinds of like open world crafting games to have gameplay, have like combat and stuff that's kind of like a little more like on the level of, say, Dragon's Dogma, which is coming out.
I
Sequel's
don't
coming
know
out.
that much about it.
Oh, it's really good.
Never played the first one.
Oh, it's really good.
I heard it was kind of like rapey or something.
No, it's
No?
not rapey.
All right,
I mean,
that's just what I heard, man. I don't know anything about it.
oh, okay. So maybe.
All right, so hold on, audience, hold on. He treated me like I was a fucking moron that didn't know what I was talking about,
I
and
did not treat you.
now he immediately thought about it, and it took him 5 seconds of solid thought. That's all I want people to understand. It took him 5 seconds. I haven't even played the game, and I was right.
It's not. I mean, it's not rapey. It's that the trolls, they will go after and grab up women as opposed to men in that game.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Connor. It's
it's
not this one thing. It just heavily implies it's the one thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if that's going to come back. I don't know.
You wonder if what's going to come back.
That feature of the AI of the trolls.
Okay.
Will it come back in the sequel?
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, like, I don't know. Just the way the camera sits and like the way the environments look, it's just it never really appeals to me.
Okay.
And everything kind of doesn't quite fit correctly with each other. It's all kind of like placed down by an RNG engine or something.
Sure. If it's not for you, it's not for you, man. Not every survival game is.
Yeah.
I think I might want to play Enshrouded once it's got a lot more content and 6 million YouTube videos about it to tell me how I'm doing everything wrong. But, I'm almost done with Pal World. But let's concentrate on the here and now, where you tell me where I go to next now that I've completed part 5-2. Okay. Battle in the Tolrog Mountains.
Continue to the frontier village and visit the tavern. Eleni will collapse when trying to leave. Okay.
Okay.
Destinations open up outside the town.
All right. Got to the mute button in time before my sneeze.
Nice.
My favorite cruise ship company is adding go-kart tracks to its cruise ships.
That's awesome.
Really?
That sounds so cool.
That sounds so dangerous to me, but
well, I mean, the two things are not at odds. Mutually exclusive. Have you checked out any of this Grand Blue Fantasy relink? Looks kind of cool, actually. To me.
Oh my goodness. I'm sneezing again. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Bless you.
Fake Grand Order is the only gotcha for me.
Is Grand Blue Fantasy a gotcha?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I probably would shy away.
Yeah, I don't think you'd like it. You didn't even like Fake Grand Order, which is the most successful. It's, Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail are both out. They've been out for over a year. They're incredibly popular, and they don't make anywhere near as much money as Fake Grand Order, which still continues to dominate the market by a huge amount. It is a tiny phone game designed on a 15-year-old graphics engine that uses 2D pixel art sometimes and JPEGs versus these two giant games that can be played on your phone but can also be played on your PC or your console and are fully 3D, fully voice acted. Millions and millions of dollars went into developing them. They still don't make anywhere near as much money as the little phone game because The little phone game, Fate Grand Order, has heart and was written by geniuses. It's never gonna stop, man.
I mean, I wouldn't say I didn't like Fate Grand Order. I enjoyed it, but
we couldn't get you to stay in it.
Yeah, I mean, it is sort of a lot of time commitment.
It is I mean, I quit. Every 6 to 8 months, I log back in once in order to get whoever the new top hero is, or if it's a lady waifu that I want to have for when I start playing the game again. Log back in, get them instantly, no problem. Easily one-shot it, Some people try 30 or 40 rolls in order to get what they want. I do it in 3 every single time just because I've got that luck. It's just the incredible charisma of being able to randomly draw the JPEGs that I want.
When you got it, you got it.
When you got it, you got it. I top deck every single time. I'm like Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! I get the cards that I want. I play them. I win. I wait for... I'm kind of waiting for the game to end so I can just do it all at once. But I'm sitting here waiting for this sneeze to come, and it just refuses.
Is that what's happening?
I'm waiting on the edge of my seat for the sneeze before I move forward, and it just will not show up. All right.
This will truly be one of the great the YouTube walkthroughs of all time. You see, audience, when I get these folks, when I get these quips in, it's because he's sneezing. I'm free. I have total domination of this current video.
Connor, if you want me to be silent so that you can unveil the wit of the staircase, go ahead. You just let me know. I'll wait at the top of the staircase for you. I'll look down on you imperiously with my nose slightly upturned, but because you're beneath me, it looks so shitty.
Right. Well,
and then you'll tell me your wit as you're on the way out, and I'll say, "Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Monsieur Hughes."
But also, I'm on my back, and I got a food tray, and like the food's all over the ground, and I'm crying.
No. This is what'll really happen. You'll finally come up with the quip, and I'll go, "Oh, you would have wounded me so badly, Mr. Hughes. If only anyone else was here to hear you say that. And now I will take your quip, and I will say it in the party, and everyone will laugh and know that I said it first. Good night, Monsieur Hughes." Then I'll clap twice to have my body man have you removed from the hall at the bottom of the staircase before returning to the ballroom. I'll say your smart quip as loudly as possible so you still hear it, and then you hear everyone in the ballroom laugh at it. Yeah. As the doors shut on you, the doorman handing you your cloak and hat. This village will become an ocean of flames. Total slaughter. Total slaughter. I won't leave a single man alive. Blah-de-da-de-die. Genocide. Blah-de-da-de-die. An ocean of blood. So that's from the Trigun anime, the first one from like 30 years ago. And I have to say, that is one of the best translations of that song I've ever heard. Whoever wrote that is a genius.
I watched that anime at the time, but I don't remember that song off.
Vash the Stampede sings it when he's trying to scare people into leaving a building because it's about to explode. So you can't tell them it's about to explode, because there's someone listening in. So instead he pretends he's going to kill everybody and they all go running from him. That anime was formative to me because of two characters. Brilliant Dynamite's Neon taught me that as long as you do everything flashy and explosive, you can get through anything you need to. And the guy, the corrupt sheriff who said, people who drink whiskey with ice in their glass are weak because they're trying to water down their drinks, and a real man never drinks drinks with ice. So I don't even drink soft drinks with ice. That's how formative it was for me. For me, being a man means not putting ice in your drink. Because a poorly translated anime from 30 years ago that I watched as a child is how I define being a man.
I mean, there's worse things to base your manhood off of. Although I will say, I like ice. But
I think that there are specific, in all honesty, there are specific drinks where the ice is added intentionally. Anything that involves, oh my god, I want to say it's called an ice shaker, but that's not what it's called. I also want to say it's called a bartender's helper, but that's not what it's called either. But, the silver...
Slurpees, right? Those need the ice.
But any drink that involves shaking inside the silver things, if the strainer's inside of it, the ice is supposed to be chipped away by that shaking, and the extremely small ice things will break off and melt into the drink, and that is included in the recipe. Like, if you don't do that, the drink will be too strong. The calculations have been put in place so that enough ice will turn into water to make the drink exactly what it is at the temperature frozen that it's supposed to be at. But some people just put ice in everything. They literally just like, here are 2 giant ice bricks. I'm going to pour whiskey over them. And I'm like, okay, I guess. Like, you try warm whiskey sometime, or room temperature whiskey. Alcohol tastes differently at different temperatures. You'd be shocked.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I wouldn't say I necessarily put ice in alcohol all the time, but certainly other drinks. I mean, I don't really drink that much whiskey.
I can't drink anymore. With my medication, my doctor said don't drink, and I normally listen to my doctor. Hey, listen. Here's the problem with not listening to your doctor. If you don't listen to your doctor and you need an organ transplant, you go to the bottom of the list.
True.
My insurance knows that I'm like clockwork about taking my medication. They've got it down to the day for my auto refills. Wah, 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 wah. I don't remember this fight. Connor, back me up.
Okay, let me get over to the guide. Drawing.
This looks like it's going to be an area fight for sure.
Yeah, I think you got through this last one pretty easily, if I recall correctly. All right, so Tsuke Plains. 3 groups of enemies, one in the north, one in the east, one in the map's middle near the treasure chest. Engaging both at once is foolish, so head along the extreme west wall, easiest to progress through height-wise, and start taking out the enemies here. Death Angels should have priority due to the AoE spells. The gold golems who stray over from the middle can be phase shifted into gravel pretty easily from this position. The far group will eventually stray forward, and the archers can wear them down, and wear down the slow movers before they reach the main allied group. Also, the treasure chest in the middle is a mimic, so avoid it if you're taking a licking. Besides that, this is a run-of-the-mill stall battle. The player will easily beat. So there you go.
ConorHughes is my Pokedex. I saved right before I went into this battle, Connor. Don't you have any faith in me? Didn't it just say this is going to be an easy battle? Don't you trust my skills?
what I trust in is that we did lose progress last time, and I think it might pay to have some redundancies in the save files.
Fine. No trust.
I mean, do we know what happened to the other save file?
No, we have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been the program, right?
Could have been. We may never know. We may never know the truth. Connor, this is how we're going to find the truth. 30 years later, a detective is going to come out of retirement and say, I'm going to get the one that got away. And he's going to make a true crime podcast, and he's going to claim that his gumption and grit is what helped him solve the case, when in fact it was just the fact that 30 years ago they didn't have DNA evidence and they solved it with DNA evidence. But that detective is going to claim that he got the 8-cat strangler through grit and gumption, the one that got away from him.
Yeah,
I'm describing every true crime podcast in the last 30 years. Ever since DNA evidence became possible, all these guys are like, that's it. I'm going back to find the Boston Strangler. DNA evidence solves the case, and the detective goes, I knew if I stuck my nose to the grindstone for long enough, oh boy, this is gonna hurt. Gonna get the whole team.
Gonna have a bad time.
Okay, we have a priest. I mean, I hope this Death Angel gets a ton of XP for this. This is a bold-ass move.
A bold-ass move he's about to pay for.
Well, Connor,
experience won't go anywhere.
I'm thinking of getting started VTubing again next week.
Oh, nice.
As Count Ronald Swan. I think it's time.
It's time! What
What was that? I don't know yet. But my phone's charged. It can read my face. I'm thinking about getting specific makeup to dot my face so that the camera more easily picks up the contours. You know what I mean?
Is that really necessary?
For my face? Yes.
I feel like your face is very expressive.
The camera has trouble reading my beard. Doesn't know where my chin is. But that's okay. I don't know where my chin is.
You could shave it, of course.
I'm not going to shave my beard for VTubing. Let's be really clear here. I wouldn't shave my beard for anything or anyone. Forget it, ladies. You can never change me.
Well, then, of course, that
all no ladies watching this are like, yeah, okay, we weren't going to ask you to. Not a problem.
There's someone out there. I'm sure there's someone out there that's like,
yeah, no.
They're pining. They're pining in the rafters.
For the AP Gaming reel, no.
It's the voice, man. The voice.
The only romantic overtures I've gotten while streaming are from gay men. All right. Very flattering. Not interested.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Dolan. Oh, Dolan! He's getting a full level just from hitting a guy once. 100 experience points. Dolan, you son of a bitch.
He'll come back.
He'll never come back, and I'll make sure of it. I want him to fail. He's failed me for so long, I can't even imagine him winning. From high atop the mount, we heal. A mystical power. A dark, brooding visionary. A mystical wizard. There we go. There we go. That's what we want, Clint. That's what we want. Right now, my voice sounds like I'm about to sneeze.
Yeah.
Is that what the ladies want? You think?
Well, I'm sure I
sounds
wouldn't
vaguely
know.
sick. Oh, you wouldn't know. The guy is actually married. Wouldn't know.
Well, I think tastes change over time. You know, I wouldn't know what the current.
Oh, he does. Yeah, okay. He doesn't know what the current generation of women want. When we were kids, we had the movie What Women Want to tell us what women wanted, which was completely accurate and not weird at all.
We all.
When did this guy start dealing 100 damage? What happened to you, pirate bro?
Yeah, respect.
I don't respect him at all. I don't respect him. That's the point. There's no respect for Grog. Alright, we need to move a melee fighter in. So that we can follow up with an archer on support. Oh, never mind. Absolutely destroyed. I want to imagine that there's an alternate timeline that involves steampunk ConorHughes as a precocious British child named ConorHughes, whose job it is to do canning at the factory.
Okay. I'm not sure where that came from.
You know, just... It's me, ConorHughes! I'd like to grow up to be an artist one day. And then, you know, you get backhanded by a beefy foreman who goes, "What's this? Ain't no time for orphans like you to be doing no artwork. That's for fancy people." And then against all odds, you grow up to be a great artist who makes tasteful nude pictures for rich people. That's it. That's the whole movie. Is your struggle against the preconceptions of class warfare. No! He rejected my archery attack. Impossible.
The true lesson is that it's to know that everyone's thirsty.
Wow, ConorHughes straight up outing himself. I actually discussed this last night on Intro Hour. I was like, I don't write romances. I don't do romance stories. And if I did, it would involve a lot more use of the phrases "she boobed breastily" and "vampires biting me on the neck to get my delicious blood."
Yeah,
Since
teeth are essential.
Whoa.
Romance.
Connor has whoa, listen. I was making one statement. Connor has made quite a different statement. He has just completely gone there. Teeth are necessary in the listen, I am getting that printed out and framed. Teeth are... I have this on recording, Connor.
Well, keep in mind, AP, I'm making a reference to, our series, right? Remember when, I don't know, I feel like this was when the succubi were attacking Ash.
Yeah.
And I think they all had teeth showing through the lips, right?
Yeah. But that's a typical succubus thing and not a vampire thing. The vampires want to bite you because they gotta bite. The succubus have fangs because, I don't know, it's hot.
Well, see, that's what I'm referring to. I'm referring to you and thinking the fangs are hot.
I don't make the rules. Connor, do you think I invented the concept of succubi?
I'm talking about the fangs explicitly.
Yeah. Do you think I invented the idea of succubus having fangs?
No, but it is a thing that you you enjoy. That's all I'm saying.
It is.
That's fine.
Look,
That's fine.
All I want is my vampire waifu to come along and take care of me for the rest of my life because she wants my delicious blood and I have so much of it, more than the average person.
Yeah, that sounds.
Because I'm a big guy.
Like,
So she gets my blood and, you know.
you know.
That's it. That's all I have
Yeah,
to
that's it.
offer a woman is my delicious blood. What can I say, Connor?
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words, as probably as usual. It's fair to say.
Play. What can I say, Connor?
Mm-hmm. You could tell folks your your zip code, and let them know where they could hit you up if they want to take up that offer.
My zip code is 19734, which is half of Delaware. I'm very confident I can just tell people my zip code and they'll still never find me. A huge surface area for a very small state.
That sounds like a challenge.
I'm not challenging. I also want to remind people that I own a large number of firearms. I've had people who stalk me.
Right,
Connor, I've had multiple people stalk me. I am a D tier niche micro celebrity, and I've had people stalk me more than once. There are some real freaks out there on the internet, and if you don't make it extremely clear that you don't want people to show up at your house, they might. You literally never know in this business. So even though it makes me sound like a psycho, I always remind people I own lots of guns and I will use them.
But do they have silver bullets?
I don't need silver bullets because vampires, succubi, and people who are damaged more by silver than lead aren't real. Also,
Again.
Vampires, only in extremely specific lore are vampires damaged by silver over other things.
It does sound like a challenge to the right person.
I would love a isekai story of people thrown into a zombie apocalypse / vampire world type deal, and they have to use their pop culture knowledge to determine what kind of vampires and zombies they're facing. Like, are these the fast kind? Or are they the slow kind? Right. Is everybody a zombie because they've all got the virus and when they die they come back? Or is it only people who are bitten by the zombies that come back? Are the vampires the sparkly ones? Are they the ones that can turn into bats, wolves, and other creatures? Is it the shapeshifters? Do they show up in mirrors? Hey, I'm giving you an idea for a new comic series is all I'm saying, Connor. Is something like Sliders, or just like a very short run isekai where they have to determine the secrets of the world that they find themselves in using pop culture knowledge. And that if the audience is good enough, they can pick up on the clues that the characters in the world can't, because the author is smarter than the characters. And they can figure out the secrets of the world before the characters do. And then write in to a not an email address. We're going comics, so old school. You have to send a letter and you get a free newsletter back with a congratulatory certificate saying that you figured out the end story before anyone else. That's a Legend of the Five Rings reference.
And while you're at it, a free coupon for one of those products.
Scout Comics. 5% off your next purchase. I heard it's right here from ConorHughes' own mouth. He 100% supports this.
It does sound funny.
It's okay, Connor. I can tell your heart isn't into it. All right.
well, enjoying the concept of a story and then the enjoying
Execution of the story is much harder than the general outline of it. Is that what you're telling me, Connor? Are you telling me that actually putting something into play is more difficult than just coming up with an idea while you're busy doing something else? You're telling me the execution of a visual arts novel is more difficult than just saying whatever you want and trying to turn that into... This is like when teenagers are like, listen, I got this great idea for a new comic. I just need you to listen to me for 20 minutes while I tell you about it. It's Naruto, but different.
Yeah, you are hitting on several of the points for sure.
The main character's name is my name, but with a different letter. He's not Evan, he's Yvonne. Connor, it's okay to say you don't like my idea. It's alright. I'm a grown man. I will break down and cry as a result of your disapproval, but only when you're not looking.
I think it's a funny idea. I say go for it. I mean, this is a bit, in the sense that both of the things are meta, it's a bit like your Imperium Maledictum. Right?
You don't even know how meta my Imperium Maledictum is yet, because you haven't gotten to the part where we drink Starbucks in-game. He's laughing. He doesn't know that I'm serious. We do drink Starbucks in-game.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you.
Is that something I would do? Would I get that meta, Connor? Would I include Starbucks in a Warhammer 40k campaign? I want your honest answer, whether you think I am lying right now or not. Yes or no, did I include Starbucks in episode 2?
I think you did.
Okay, well, I guess you'll find out how true it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also pretty gullible, so, I'll just take you at face value, and I don't really see the cost of being wrong about that, I suppose.
You don't know about The Price of Failure, my new novel coming out soon, set in the Warhammer 40k universe. No, not this guy again.
If it has bolter porn, I'm sure I will.
Did you just say bolter porn?
Yeah.
Describe to me what bolter porn is in a way that doesn't break any laws.
Bolter porn is basically every single Space Marines Black Library novel. It's basically just like, I think I saw on Reddit, it was like this post where someone wrote out essentially the plot of every basic Space Marine story of, like, landing in a position, having a last ditch effort with your best friend, and who's a Space Marine, and then like they die, and then you have to get revenge on the enemy, and then you make it out with one guy left or something. I can't summarize the entire thing off the top of my head, but
this definitely sounds very familiar, though.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been doing BattleTech a really long time, and it's getting increasingly harder to be like, all right, so the mech charges over the hill, really impressive looking, and then it fires its large cannon, which thunders like the power of God. No, did I say that last week? I said something slightly different, right? Okay, so you get hit, and it hurts a lot. It's different than the last time you got hit. It hurts even more. It's different.
Yeah. I mean, so what, I think I might have asked this before, but what is the, like, sort of shtick of the BattleTech universe? Because is it kind of like, is it like...
It is a universe where giant walking battle mechs are the premier weapon of war, despite the fact that that doesn't make any sense. And the whole world has come to accept it. And they call it Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones, because it actually has deep political intricacy and...
Yeah, so it's a bit like maybe, I feel like Gundam sort of tried to do a similar thing. I haven't actually seen it.
Gundam was definitely inspired by concepts like BattleTech, but BattleTech was also inspired by Gundam.
Okay.
So, some of the initial battle mech designs, the company that sold them to BattleTech also sold them to Macross.
Oh, cool.
So they're both licensed in 2 different countries, and it has caused an endless amount of pain. And you might be like, that's not possible. An endless amount of pain? Understand this, Connor. An endless amount of pain. 20 years of contention over something that's now called the unseen. Because they can't legally use those mechs anymore. So they are unseen now. So you can't see them. Like John Cena. Oh. Ho ho. Ho ho ho. Look at that, Connor. I've got this Mimic completely surrounded so that when Ash shows up, he gets a triple support.
Good stuff. Sure you don't want to
Nothing.
level up Dolan, though?
Yeah, I'm sure I don't want. You think he'll survive? You think he'll successfully kill this thing and not get counterattacked and die instantly? Connor, please. Be serious now.
Yeah, I guess you can't get experience if you're dead.
Connor, be serious. I'll try it, Connor. I'll try. Oh, wait, he's already active. Wait. Where is... Oh,
Where is he?
Dolan's over here, right? He already moved.
He's alive.
Yeah, but he's already acted this round, so...
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, Connor. You have to be serious. Your expectations have to be realistic, all right? You can't keep asking me to make Dolan not suck. Sorry, that's just not how it works.
Oh. Oh, Amon. Okay.
You thought he was going for Dolan, but it was me, Skylord Amon. One health, Connor. 1 health. And he didn't even kill it, and he got 88 hit XP.
Nice.
And another level. This guy is trash. Totally useless. All my homies hate Dolan.
Is it not new content yet? I think it is.
No, we were in a volcano fighting. No, Connor, I did this fight super easy last time too.
Well, I mean, I expect nothing less from a tactical genius such as yourself.
Please. That's Mr. Tactical Genius. Tactical Genius was my father. It wasn't, though, just to be very clear. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Yeah.
Look at this man and his eyebrows.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Something about her is so recognizable.
Really? You mean the fact that her name is literally 1 letter away from the other girl who looks exactly like her? Just a few years younger? Really, Connor? Is it that? Is it that? Is it that she looks exactly like a Lenny, but her name is Leanie? Is that it, Connor? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Could be.
All right. What do I do next in the order of things to do?
Let's figure it out. Definitely go to the bar. Obviously, first port of call. No description. Just we go into the next battle in Smoking Bones Cave. Smoking Bones.
There's hold on. The old man said something. In the dragon's lair, search the center of the smallest lava lake. Okay.
Yeah.
He's giving me the secrets.
It's got the Logos K. Which, let's find out what that is. It's a Logos key. And you need a Hawk Knight to get it.
I have a Hawk Knight. Alright, Connor. I need you to entertain the people while I go to the bathroom before we do this. Yet another fight I'm still catching up on. Are you ready to get started entertaining people?
Are you able to listen at the same time? I could describe.
No, I'm gonna take my headset off.
Oh, okay.
Go to the bat. I'm not gonna. First off, it doesn't reach that far. I'm leaving now, Connor. I want to go to the bathroom.
The fire drake is in the back. Be careful. Yeah, I mean, me by myself just talking is not a good recipe for anyone's entertainment. But and then eventually like panic sets in, and I'm at a complete loss of words. So I'm just gonna keep on drawing. Enjoy the soundtrack of Vandal Hearts.
I'm here. How you doing, Connor?
Welcome back. I'm good.
You know, normally I don't eat breakfast before doing this, specifically to avoid this issue, but my cat really wanted to be fed early this morning, so I decided to risk it. It was not worth the risk. I could see on my third monitor that this VTuber artist named Bayumi is about to start streaming. I just saw her stuff yesterday, and it's literally just like VTuber, young woman, huge boobs, pale skin, fangs, glowing red eyes. I was like, vampire, right? Wrong. Succubus.
Succubus.
For some reason, the line has been drawn between these two and then erased. All right. Me. What did you talk about with the audience while I was gone?
Oh, just things that I'm sure could get you banned off YouTube. In other words, literally, I mean, I said enjoy the soundtrack of Vandal.
Wow. I'm sorry, audience. I thought I was letting a professional handle this. All right.
No, I talked about the meta of the fact that I immediately had a panic-inducing session of having to talk by myself to the ether.
This guy is a professional streamer, audience, just to be very clear.
Nothing comes to mind. Professional, I mean, hardly. Professional streamer is a bit of a stretch.
Used to stream a lot, still streams now.
Still streams every once in a while,
yeah.
But I mean, professional is a stretch. And also, the only thing that's that really brings people to the table is the drawing.
You mean the category you participate in?
Yes.
Art. The thing you've devoted your entire life to and are exceptionally good at. That's why people watch is... Okay. Just to make sure I understand.
Sure.
Alright. What's the strategy here, Connor?
Oh, yeah. Let me get up. Go for the guide here.
I sent you a link to this succubus, by the way. She's boobing breastily right now.
I'll have to put her on. Okay, so the twisting path through the lava to the salamander makes for a harrowing journey, Snicker, but also allows plenty of places to stiff-arm the enemies from advancing. At the start, the tile north of Ash's initial location can be stuffed up with the high ground, no less, and 3 enemies north of the group can be blocked with only 2. Once the egg worm and acid ghost near the boxes are killed, move a Skylord over to the lone box and push it 2 places north. The next turn, jump on top of it and push the huge stack of boxes east a few times until being able to mount it for the chest, the D-Spear. The cool thing about this battle is that if Ash simply moves 1 tile north of where he starts, the party hangs around that beginning area the entire battle. All enemies will just flock towards the allies in their own time, except for the salamander. This is how it would be this is how it should be, since the Logos key can only be obtained with the Hawk Knight / Skylord. It's located in the northeast, and I already said that. So yeah, we're gonna be straight up, I guess, Imperial fisting here and just fortifying your position.
Rogel Dorn sends his regards.
Yeed your last ha, eggworm.
You into the Warhammer Fantasy yet? Watching our Warhammer Fantasy series? What do I have to do to entertain you, ConorHughes? I go out of my way to hold multiple Warhammer series at your request.
I sincerely hope that isn't the case for me personally, but yeah, I think let me see. I think I started it.
You're ashamed that I would do things to entertain others? Okay.
Well, I just don't think I deserve any kind of consideration such as that amount.
You approached me out of nowhere and were like, hey, we should do a D&D art show together. And I was like, great, let's do it.
Yeah,
this is the guy that's saying he doesn't deserve any consideration is one of my top shows of all time. Invented by him that I get all the credit for.
Well, you were the dungeon master.
I invented the Dick Rock. That was my sum total of contribution.
This VTuber certainly is boobling
Boobing breastily, yeah.
boobing breastily over
I
here.
believe, like I said, that would be the only way I describe language if I was writing romance novels. That's actually part of the new VTuber meta that annoys the fuck out of me, is that they're starting to make it so that there's no firmness to models, and that just speaking or moving slightly makes their whole model start jiggling violently, and also showing more breasts and making them increasingly larger. Like, you can track the model evolution of top VTubers, and their chests just get larger and larger. And some of them are like, I don't have any control over it. The person who draws my model is using me as a advertising board to sell other models. And so I pay them, but I have to accept whatever they make. And they just keep making bigger boobs so that people will buy big boob models from them. And I'm like, I believe you. I believe that that's happening. Because it's happening all over the place. The marketplace right now is just full of big titty waifu models. It's actually absurd. As a boob enjoyer, this is ridiculous. It's a joke. It's a travesty.
My only contention is with that last word, travesty. Otherwise, I mean,
it is a travesty, Connor. Look at what you're looking at right now. And tell me that is a serious in any way.
What I find hilarious is that one strap is off.
Yes, but it's still up. Yeah. Yeah, Connor,
and
tell me, Connor, tell me how this isn't a mockery of physics.
I mean, I don't think we're here for physics.
I am, though. Look, let me be really very clear. I have always been in the VTuber game for facial expression and movement. Initially, when I saw VTubers, I didn't think you could do D&D with them because of the amount of subtext and body language that has to be read off of someone's facial expressions. But in the past 4 years, they've improved it so much that it's now basically 1-for-1 if you put the effort in. If you put a lot of effort in, it's 1-for-1, and it does read someone's face very well, such that you can determine their expression and small changes in eye movement and such. I believe it's viable now. It's just that the meta for having models is what you're looking at right now, which is big boobing around. All right.
Yeah, but there's no contradiction here. You could have the facial expressions and the boobs.
You could, but people don't. You could.
Don't?
I mean, I don't want to talk too much shit. Obviously, this person made their own model. This is how they wanted to end up looking.
Yeah.
She makes models for other people, and she made this one for herself.
Yeah.
So this is her advertising her skills. It's just, this is the peak of the meta right here. It's here. This is it.
Definitely I'm seeing a lot of peaks.
Wow. Wow.
You set me up for that.
Inappropriate. Connor Hughes.
You know
I did not. I didn't go anywhere close to where you went, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Nowhere near that. I was about to
definitely believed you.
I was about to go into my, I just want to bring out my inner old man as Count Ronald Swan, graying and olded and well bearded. That's my fantasy, is having a good beard. And this is the direction the majority of viewers want, is this. And it's fine. I think it looks all right, but Once it starts moving, it just becomes a joke.
What if, I'm just thinking out the box here.
Yeah.
What
What's the box you're thinking out of? What if?
What if like
What if?
you could have a VTuber model where it's Count Ronald Swan as the main model, and then there's
Right.
a model that's, I don't know, I'm thinking either could be on the shoulder or like could be next to you and it's doing the same movements.
People
But-
already do that, Connor.
Oh yeah, okay.
They have
So it's already
mascot
done.
characters. Yeah, like Leaflet. She has a little. So she is a slime fairy, and she has a little typical Dragon Quest blue slime ball that matches all of her movements, but is very simplistic. Trickwee is a Egyptian American who's I don't know how to describe this. I'm just gonna go ahead and rip the band-aid off. So she is a mummy sphinx, and the body wraps that hold her boobs in place have a face on them that also moves when her face moves. So if you're just staring at her boobs, you will still see her face moving.
Yeah, you're not missing out on anything. You could have the
Wow. Okay. Look, the opinions of ConorHughes are not shared by the rest of this podcast. All right.
I mean, I think that's.
You're
I'm just
not
saying what
missing out on anything. ConorHughes 2024.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's just natural logic of what.
No. ConorHughes 2024. That's the natural logic, he said. Logically and naturally.
Well, it's like when some people wear words on their clothes in certain parts that,
You mean putting
Or it's
juicy
not
on your
right.
ass?
Yes, I do mean that. That's cool. So if you can make her eyes glow too, I think it seems like purposely, or is it just, I think it's actually just net.
When her eyes are open enough,
Yeah, they glow.
they glow. It's part of the programming,
That's cool.
based on what I'm seeing here. The glow is probably attached to the bottom part of the iris of the eye, so when the eyes are open enough, the light that is at the bottom is released through the whole eye.
Yeah, at some
That's
point
how
I'd like
I
to
suspect.
finish your Ronald Swan VTuber, but
Connor, it's been a year since you worked on it. It's okay.
I mean, I know.
I've
I know.
accepted. I still have the money set aside, but I've accepted you're never going to finish it. It's all
I
right.
mean,
I'm not
yeah.
mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'm sorry, yeah. I mean, I'd like to. It would be fun, but
I get it. You're busy making Scout comics that I've pre-ordered on Kickstarter that I'm gonna read in 5 minutes and then be like, can't believe he spent 6 months of his life working on this with 3 other people.
well, I mean, other stuff does happen.
Then I'm gonna get the physical copy and I'm gonna throw it into a corner and I'm gonna scream loudly, "What is the game? I still don't know. What is the game?" Then I'm gonna pace in my apartment like I'm a protagonist from the 1990s and be like, "What is the game? I don't understand. Someone explain it to me."
The answers to your questions will only bring about more questions.
I just want to know everything, all things at once. A universal understanding. I want to be the everything bagel of the universe. That's what makes you laugh, is everything bagel. You're becoming dangerously close to becoming a New Yorker.
I'm also thinking of I think it's called a YouTube short.
Yes.
Where a guy, it's about the guy who invents the everything bagel. I can link it.
Okay.
If I can find it.
Go ahead. I'm not
I won't
stopping
try
you.
and recreate it because, of course, I'm terrible at quoting things. Referencing things.
Also, your New York accent isn't very good.
Is it not?
You're too much from Jersey.
I feel like the New Jersey accent and the New York accent are very, very similar.
That sounds like something a New Jersey person would definitely say, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, okay. And I don't have a Jersey accent anyway.
You have a accent. It is not. It is definitely not a strong accent. You certainly don't sound like you're from Jersey City. Hey, I'm walking here.
I'm getting a coffee.
Oh, listen to this guy. Yeah, now he's starting to sound like he's from New York City.
That's the Jersey accent.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Sound like my stepmother.
Everything bagel. Guy who...
She lived in Morristown her entire life and then moved to Florida when she retired. So, typical New Jersey behavior,
Yeah.
honestly.
We've all seen that story before.
Hanging out in West Orange. I can't watch this until after the stream's over.
Of course, yeah.
It's incredible. I'm going to get through all 3 of these fights. I'm going to catch up to where we were at, and that is going to be the whole 2 hours.
Sure.
I spent the whole time just getting back to where I was before.
This isn't really a game you can speed run through.
Yeah, it's so slow. Like a Linkin Park song. That's the reason I stopped playing the BattleTech video game, is I downloaded the 3062 Advanced Pack, and it was just so slow. It literally was like 10 to 15 minutes between turns. I was just sitting there waiting for the AI. Painful.
I thought that was a complaint for the new Rogue Trader game.
Is it? Interesting.
Yeah. Although I guess I don't think that was in Grimdark James's review.
It was not in James's review.
Yeah, that was a good review though.
James isn't. Yeah, I was gonna say James probably wrote a good review, but he's also not the majority of people on the internet. He's a patient businessman.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ash is about to die. That is a serious problem, huh? You know, Connor, today is gonna be the day
Yep.
that they push it on back to you.
The what?
You should have realized what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody. I'm singing Wonderwall. I'm singing Wonderwall. I'm memeing, Connor. Don't worry about it. I'm doing the thing that I do every day. Besides hustling, which is also a thing I do.
Lyrics successfully like that in the way you could, I would too.
The wit of the radio station. That's what they call it.
You have to watch that movie Ridicule sometime.
Ridicule. See,
Yeah.
Is it about someone being very French?
It's about a guy who wants to basically drain the swamp in his like, I guess 17th century like farm area, because like all the people in his area are getting malaria, and he has to go to court in order to get the attention of the king in order to get the funds to drain the swamp, solve the issue. And the only way to really do that is to like win, hearts and minds in society by having, and he has to like learn the ways of court, which involves wit. And I think you'd enjoy it.
Very well. All right. Let's blast him.
So anyways, I started blasting.
Yeah, I'm blasting right now.
Bait shift.
Got him, bro. I don't know that I want to go forward anymore. I think I want to just let them come to me.
Yeah. That is what the guide suggested.
Yeah. But I'm a man who makes my own decisions.
The decision to follow the guide.
You know, Connor?
Yeah.
All the roads we're ever going to walk have already been carved for us by those who came before. There's no originality. Nothing is ever new. There's no wilds to walk into. No untamed oceans. It is a bleak and desolate land. It's the New Jersey of life. The desert of the real.
The only way out is through.
Okay, Andor, calm down.
I haven't actually seen Andor.
You are missing out. Andor is actually incredible.
Yeah, no, we're working up to it. I started watching Ahsoka, which has been...
Ugh. And you're watching episode 4 and
Yeah, I
those
wasn't
are
sure what
some
the release order was.
real choices.
We watched Obi-Wan.
Okay.
And...
That's a waste of your time, but you couldn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean... I guess I just watch it to...
Yeah, I know.
enjoy the,
You watch it to watch it.
universe.
Yeah.
You watch it to watch it, exactly.
If only they actually made stuff that was good.
But Andor is good.
Andor is incredible.
So is Andor, like, just completely separate from the rest of the story? Is that, like, the vibe I'm getting?
Andor takes place before the movie Rogue One. It takes place between episode 3 and 4. So the first movie of Star Wars is 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie where the Galactic Empire gets made is episode 3. And it takes place a few years into the formation of the Galactic Empire, of like the stormtroopers starting to crack down on people, everyone being treated like a criminal, needing paperwork to go anywhere, and the rebellion forming out of various groups that don't all have the same goals and the same methods, trying to resist. But I think that maybe better than any show ever, Andor's greatest strength is that it makes you root for the villains. So there's one villain who's like, there is a rebellion growing, and you see her get frustrated with everyone she's working with because they insist that that's not true, and she's like, there is a rebellion growing, I have evidence of it, we need to begin countering it now. And over time you're like, I really sympathize with her because we know she's right. And once you sympathize with her, they're like, all right, well, now that it's real, we're going to let you off the chain. And she's like, great, let's begin Naziing everything. Torture, torture, torture. And you're like, oh, I really sympathize with her. And now she's actually like the final boss of the whole show. She's actually fucking evil. It's so crazy. They did a amazing job. Yeah, Andor is about kind of values and philosophy and ethics in Star Wars. It's not about the Force. It's not about Jedi. It's about why would you rebel? What reasons would you give your life away for other people? What it was worth it for you is the question everyone is constantly asking each other in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Connor is me because he's busy drawing, guys. That's his drawing face.
Yeah.
I don't even have to see his face. I can hear it in his voice.
I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah,
I know I'm not wrong. I did multiple shows with you. I know that I'm not wrong.
What I will say is, like, yeah, the characters in like the other two shows have been so obnoxious. I do end up like rooting for the Empire.
Andor is very different than those two. I want to be extremely clear about that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much you followed it, but there's a character in Ahsoka by the name of Baylan Skull. It is the black-haired knight character who is the master of the young silver-haired woman. You know what I'm talking about? Baylan Skull.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the Ahsoka. That's the guy from Rome, right?
I guess I haven't seen Rome, but that actor died before filming was done.
Yes.
So just be aware of that.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. I like him. Yeah, he's a good actor.
Well,
He does well in that role, I think. I mean, I think his performance alongside most of the evil characters, I mean, I enjoy. I don't know what those songs.
I don't want to say too much about the rest of the show because it would be super spoilers, but I have a lot of problems with Ahsoka.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying. Well, and also I'm not really enjoying Sabine too much. I think she's the.
Did you watch Rebels?
I didn't. Yeah, that's
okay. Then you have
like,
you have no reference for who Sabine is, and you'll have no reference for who Ezra is.
But do I like it? I don't feel like I should need to.
No, you don't need to watch five seasons of a children's show to enjoy Ahsoka, because you're not going to enjoy Ahsoka. Just to be clear.
Okay.
There's no enjoying Ahsoka. There's enduring it. There's liking it, but it's just not the best thing they've ever put out. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Connor. I'm sorry, Connor. I can't let you do that.
Ahsoka was one of the first Star Wars TV shows where I started being like, oh, I actually really do notice the like how the CG, the effect of the CG, like in this scene, where it's like, yeah, this looks like they're on a green screen.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is, the sand screen.
The oh no, the dragon is active. Well, I was gonna fuck around for a bit, but I guess instead I'll just find out. They really are quite proud of their invention creation that lets them do that CGI artwork.
Yeah, I know, that's cool. I mean, it does a great job. And I mean, the fact that we're getting this quality of stuff on a TV show is incredible, and speaks for incredible things I think that could be done in the future also. Once,
well, you say it's a TV show. It's also one of the most expensive series ever created. It wasn't quite at Game of Thrones level, but it was very, very expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, it still eventually will become something more and more affordable as time goes on. Hopefully, I assume.
I didn't get a chance to talk about it during intro hour, but Disney released its new VR. It's called like Hollow Track or something. So it is a series of floor tiles that fit together and have small motors and treads on them. And I want to be really clear, they're like threads thumb-sized. And when you walk in a direction, it counters your movement so that you don't move, and it constantly pushes you back to the center of like a hexagonal shape of hexagons all locked in together.
Yeah, I saw that video. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, the guys. I was saying.
As long as you don't jump or run too fast or way too much, and you walk very slowly, it works. And I'm sure as they mature the technology, you know, in 10 years it'll be better and better and better, and then one day I'll just be like, well, yeah, we've always had that.
Yeah.
This is the way it's always been.
That looked really cool. And I was saying to my friend, like, is it right now, as is, it could work great for babies. Because, like, you gotta move really slowly on that thing.
Yes.
Speaking of that, I wonder if it would actually work with crawling, too. Or I guess it would, right? Well,
it would have to be programmed to accept that, but, you know, I'm no developer of these kind of technologies, but I assume that it would be... I mean, what's the difference between a hand and a foot? You're just looking for access to, you know, how something works, right? You're just looking for the pressure. It could probably get you there. I mean, the biggest thing is your hands can move in ways that your feet can't.
Yeah, I would say there's maybe two big things.
You can articulate your hands, so...
Yeah,
all right, we got that fire dragon.
Your feet too, in some sense, but...
Okay, well, your feet have some measure of movement, but your hands have much greater range of movement than toes that really don't go up that much. They only kind of go down, and your fingers can go in a lot of directions. Your whole palm can arch in either direction.
That's your Ponyo. I guess I'm guessing I've seen that one more recently, but I think the difference maybe is that you've got a weight difference, because obviously there's a lot less weight when it's distributed across four contact points, and then of course the fact that there's the 4 contact points.
Sure, that's why waiters are, when they're taught to use trays, you don't lay them flat on your palm, you lay them across your 5 fingers, so that the weight is distributed and your fingers can react very quickly in a way that your palm can't at all with only one point of contact.
Sure.
All right, we're here, Connor. I've saved the game. There will be no mistakes this time. The only mistake that has happened is that you haven't thought of closing thoughts, even though we have less than 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, that is a truth thing, that I have no closing thoughts.
Connor says, that is a true thing. I have no closing thoughts. Incredible.
Is it incredible? I feel
it is incredible.
At
it's
this point,
so
it's
good.
like a mundane feature of the show.
I know.
Have no closing thoughts. But, you know.
Are we back next week?
I mean, it should be.
All right. Friends, that's it for us. It's been a wild episode of crazy stuff happening. We'll finally move on to new content next week after like 5 months away. Have a good time zone.